Genesis 5 and 1.
That's right. Genesis 5 and 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam, in the day that the Most High created man, in the likeness of the Most High made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam.
Called their name Adam.
Adamites.
Yeah, so you did have one man that took on the name Adam, but Adam was talking about a group of people that he chose, which are who? The Israelites.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Like Israel. His name is Israel.
Yeah.
Jacob named that shit to Israel, and he also got the Israelites.
Israelites.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was.
That's how it was.
It was the same thing.
And Israel came from that seed line of Adam. Adam on down to Noah,
down to Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
It's the same people all over again. See? Go ahead.
And it says, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created.
See? So the Most High hit him with that mark. It was a mark he gave him. And it's the same, you know the story of Jacob and Esau, right? Genesis 25? Yeah, so we're going to get that. See, and we know where people are going to come because they came with this foolishness before. Because there were people of color on the planet Earth. He was the first man who did not have pigmentation. And he specifically went after the Canaanites, which are quote unquote Hamites, Africans. And which they were really dark. And his father Isaac told him, don't mess with the Canaanites because they're dirty ass people. They were wicked, man.
Wicked as hell.
Right? But he did it anyway because he had that pigment. See? And the so-called white man know that the Negroes in this country are not African. He says it in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Right. He said that the Negroes is basically different.
He said the Midianites, the Putites, Canaanites, and the Cushites. Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes.
Yes. Because why? We ran into Africa. And then the Africans and the Arabs sold Judah Benjamin Levi.
I seen it crawling over here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come to hear the word.
It said Judah Benjamin and Levi. They show you that in the movie Shaka Zulu. He said, who are these people? Because Shaka Zulu said, take them. Go take those group of people. And the British guy said, who are them? He said, these are the wandering Jews of Africa. Now they're being led into the Babylonian captivity. And I saw that. I said, what is that? So they been knew that, man.
They been knew it.
See? And that's how we ran into Africa. It's the what? It was the blend amongst them.
Yeah.
Just like the Lord, when they went to kill all the Hebrew male children, they ran into Egypt to hide amongst them. See? Just like Moses passed for what? He passed for the Egyptians.
He was raised as an Egyptian.
Yeah. Which cuts the so-called Jews.
People be like, so this all goes back to history. Certain people be like, why would he make certain people children of God and not everybody children of God? Like that's so cruel. That's so like it goes like why do they need to be here? Like why do they need to be here?
Oh, we're gonna read that. We're gonna read that 1 second. But what you got? Was it?
Oh, that Genesis 25. We're going Jacob and Esau.
Oh, Esau. Yeah, we're gonna read that.
All right, con. So Jacob 25, and I'm gonna start at verse 27.
We're gonna go straight to
21. And it says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, meaning she was not able to have children.
Yeah.
Right. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. So he hearkened, and it allowed him to bear children now. And the children together, and this is our forefather Isaac. So you got Abraham, then Isaac, then we got to go into how Jacob and Esau came about, right? So this is Isaac right here. And it says, and the children struggled, it's Isaac's wife, Rebekah, slacking. And the children struggled together within her.
Yeah, so this is Jacob, father of the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And Esau, so-called white man. She said the children struggled. This is the first time one woman brought forth two groups of people. Two nations, we're going to read it. They struggled, they were fighting in the womb. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
She went to the prophet. Yeah.
Right. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Two different groups of people are in your womb. Yeah.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other.
That's us. Go ahead.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Because he came out first. Esau. We're going to read on. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
Because he had no pigment. See? Came with that same mark. We're going to read on. Keep reading.
And they called his name Esau.
Means he wasted. Right? Wasted away his heat. He had no pigment. Go ahead.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Jacob, the father of the Negroes, Spanish, and Native Americans. His hand, when he came out, he was holding Esau's heel. So that was a future, meaning in the future, the Most High was going to use these people here to bring him down.
Daniel 7 and 18.
Yeah.
The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yeah.
And ultimately, our Lord Yahushua from the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He coming to take him down.
So it's meant for him to rule right now. This is his kingdom.
Yeah.
See? But like the brother said, it tells you in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, about the serpent. He shall bruise his head, but he shall bruise his heel. I think it's Genesis 3 or Genesis 2nd chapter.
I believe so. Let me get that.
Oh yeah, Genesis 3:15 around there.
Con. Yep.
Yeah.
Genesis 3 and 15. And I'll put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
Yeah, so a woman can't produce seed. So this is parabolic. You see what I'm saying? This is going into the Israelites in the future.
Right.
Go ahead.
And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
He shall bruise thy head, which was the Lord. But he said what? But he shall what?
Slaki, it says, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Thou shalt bruise his heel. Jacob handheld Esau's heel. Yeah. So now we're gonna jump back.
Slaki, if we had a quick point, that's so
Yeah.
spiritual in the prophecy in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, when it goes to the image, the stone, Yahushua is that stone that smote the image upon his feet.
Before it
Man.
broke his feet. Yeah.
You know, native to EU, part iron, part clay, and that thus destroying the whole image itself.
Yeah.
You know, so when he come back, he was a power of the beast system, and he gonna come destroy this place, thus destroying all these kingdoms.
Yeah, because when people talk about the Illuminati, it's a specific group of people, the banking families, the head of the house of Edom.
Yeah.
This is their kingdom. And the elder Gabal was bringing out information. The head of the house, the Rothschilds and the DuPonts and the Gettys and the Rockefellers, they know they come from the bloodline of Esau. It tells you that in their writings. And even in the Jewish Encyclopedia, it tells you that the Edomites ruled Rome. So they know who they are, man. You see?
Yep.
Yeah. And he has that mark on it.
You heard about Jeff Bezos trying to have some scientists preserve life or some shit like that? Like they try to come out with some shit to make it that humans live longer.
Yeah. That's the scripture says he's wiser than Daniel.
Wiser than Daniel.
See?
And they want to have immortality.
They want their blessing.
That's right. They want their birthright.
Yeah.
You know, because the firstborn is supposed to get the blessing,
Yeah,
but it was set up in the spiritual realm that it was going to be Jacob to get it. Because the elder was Esau. You know, so Jacob, his name Yaakov, he supplanted him from his blessing. You know, because Jacob understood what that blessing really was. Esau didn't care about it.
Because what was that blessing? Let's get Genesis 27, and then we're gonna get to answer this question.
Okay, come on.
Because that was no little blessing between Jacob and Esau. That was for eternity. That's why Esau, he wanted to kill Jacob. But when he found out he lost his blessing, and he found out what the blessing was, he said, "Yo, because we're gonna read what the blessing is." We talked about when we're going over there. We're gonna show you what the blessing is. Genesis 27.
God, Genesis 27 and 30. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce.
No. Read further up, Jacob, when he's got the blessing.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, so read that when you go home, the story of Jacob. And a brief synopsis was Esau was supposed to get his blessing. He already gave up his birthright. Now the blessing Rebecca always favored Jacob, our forefather. So she said, "Yo, your father's about to give him a blessing." Esau was a man of the field. He was a hunter. You can see that in their spirit today. They're the ones that's hunted. He was a man of the field. And the scripture says he was extremely hairy, right? So she got, she got animal fur to put on Jacob because Isaac was blind. See? So when Jacob came unto Isaac to get the blessing, he's like, "Yo, let me feel you for a second." He's using wisdom. He said, "You feel like Esau, but you sound like Jacob." He said, "Nah, I'm Esau. So then he blessed him, and we're going to read what that blessing is. But it was set up that way in the spirit because why? What did the prophet tell him? The elder shall serve the younger. Esau shall serve Jacob. Let's read on.
Genesis 27, starting up some. So I'm going to start at verse 24. And it says, and he said, "Art thou the very son Esau?" It's like, "Art thou my very son Esau?" And he said, "I am." And he said, "Bring it near to me, and I'll eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee." And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, "Come near now, and kiss me, my son." And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, "See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field,
That's it. He smelled like Esau. Go ahead.
which the Lord hath blessed." Therefore the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, let nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee.
Yeah, so Jacob's blessing is what? The kingdom of heaven. All nations gonna have to bow down to these people in the future. That's his blessing. That hasn't been fulfilled yet. So when Esau came and heard that he lost that, he wanted to kill Jacob. See, go ahead.
And it says, cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless thee. May bless me, Slakia. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and I blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father.
So he lost out on the main blessing. So he said, he started crying like, yo, is there at least one blessing you could give me? And we're going to read what his blessing is, and you can see it. Go ahead.
And he said, thy brother came with subtlety, and I have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? You know, his name Jacob, supplant, you know. For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above.
You're gonna get the earth too. And you're gonna get the fat. You're gonna get all the resources. But this is how you're gonna get it. Go ahead.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
You're gonna have to take it by violence. See? You're gonna get the fatness of the earth too, but you gotta get it by the sword. His weapons, his technology, his drones, his missiles. That's his gift. That's why nobody could battle this man on that level.
On a carnal level, yeah.
On a carnal level, nobody could battle him.
This is how I was a kid. I used to always ask my history teachers, like, yo, why was Edomites the first people to evolve? Like, why was y'all the first ones to have guns? Why was y'all the first ones to colonize the world? It's like my history teachers could never give me a straight answer for this.
Yeah, that's because that's his blessing.
That's his blessing.
That's his gift.
That's his gift.
Everything you get, you have to get it through violence.
And in these last days, Esau perfected his blessing.
Yeah.
His story. This dude got hypersonic missiles. This dude got
Iron Mans.
You
got all of that. You got waves that can make you bug out. Even this magazine.
That's a weapon.
Because we all know it. They say it goes hand in hand with 5E technology.
Yeah.
That's why all the carriers are switching over to 5E. They tell them.
Yeah.
And when they turn up the signal, whatever they put inside you, you're supposed to react. You know?
People sick, right?
Yeah.
Sick, all of that.
Yeah.
And also, someone brought information how when they turn up the 5E towers,
Yeah.
that people can be able to get controlled, man.
Yeah, they're going to control. Oh, man, this
You know?
man.
And he put that in that movie clip Cell.
Oh, Cell, yeah.
You know, and the frequency in the phone had people bugging out.
People just started bugging
People was running around banging their head on the wall, jumping off through windows,
They
killing
always show you
people.
those zombie apocalypse movies.
See?
Yeah.
And what did the CDC say?
Y'all about to say that
Yeah.
was weird, bro. Like, how they come out and talk about giving tips for the zombie apocalypse? Like, why would they say some shit?
Yo, they cut the
And then why all these zombie apocalypse movies is coming out right now? Hashtag Alive, Black Summer, The Walking Dead been a classic. You know, you got other ones as well. And then that's because we're in that time frame when Esau about to do something to have people out here really bugging out on that level. That's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
It's like a rage virus. That's another movie. I forgot the name of it though. I can't believe the name of the
That
movie.
woman Baptista that the other day that came out. I didn't watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Army of the Dead. I
Yeah.
watched it. It was a pretty good watch.
Yeah.
But it showed that these zombies was intellectual as well, because one of them was real smart.
Oh, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Remember
yeah.
they eradicated cancer with that shot. But what happened 5 years later? They turned into Night Stalkers.
You see?
Yeah, they turned into.
And they show what? How they blew up the bridges.
Yeah,
And
so
they had them trapped there.
Yeah, you couldn't
know,
leave.
so people was fleeing the city.
Yeah.
Then right after they blew the bridges. They
blew the
also saw that
bridges.
in Gotham, on the fifth season. You ever watched Gotham?
Yeah.
I did, but I don't think I got that far.
If you go to the fifth season, bro, it's literally showing what they plan on doing. They blew the bridges, and everyone was stuck inside the city. Gotham's like New York, and it had gangs carving up territory. You had people fighting for resources. You know, killings, rapings, robbings. You know, so we know through the
That's
spirit.
a predictive program.
Yeah, the programming. We know through the spirit a major event gonna take place. This place gonna collapse. You know what I'm saying? And the solution to that would be the mark.
Yeah, the
you know, the MOB, MOTB.
Come back, like, if
People
y'all
gonna run to those
go back to
facilities.
How it was before, they gotta take this shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Think about the dollar's done away with. There's no credit cards, none of that. You gotta take this. You gotta put this inside you so we could, track everybody and all of this. They gonna come out like, man, the devil gonna show his horns, man.
Yeah, he already showing it right now.
He's showing it right
Because
now.
they're a bunch of devils. And people ask this question because you got a lot of Israelites. Oh, how can the white man be Aisha when he married Canaanite women and they extremely dark, wonder children? But when you read 2 Kings, the 5th chapter about Gehazi,
Oh yeah.
2 Kings 5:20,
Yep.
show you how leprosy was a curse. What the people call vitiligo today, when you get like white spots on the skin, that's a form of leprosy. That's Leviticus 13. Go read that.
Oh, sorry. What it started at again?
I think 5:20 or 19.
All right. 2 Kings 5:20. But Gehazi, the servant of Elisha, the man of the Most High, and behold, my master has spared Naaman, the Syrian, is now receiving at his hands that which he brought. But as the Lord liveth, I will run after him and take somewhat of him.
Yeah, so he was just a wicked ass nigga, a greedy nigga, Gehazi. Because Elisha just healed Naaman the Syrian and he didn't take no money. So Gehazi was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till Elisha go and I'm gonna get money from this guy. So he ran after him to get money. Go ahead.
So Gehazi followed after Naaman, and when Naaman saw him running after,
Fuck out,
and it says, and when Naaman saw him running after him, he lighted down from the chariot to meet him and said, "Is all well?" And he said, "All is well. My master have sent me, saying, behold," and he lied. And he said, "My master sent me." Elisha didn't send him. So like the brother just mentioned, this dude is a wicked dude. You know what I'm saying? So he lied and said, "My master have sent me, saying, behold, even now there be come to me from Mount Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Give them, I pray thee, a talent of silver and 2 changes of garments." And Naaman said, "Be content with take 2 talents." And he urged him and bound 2 talents of silver in 2 bags with 2 changes of garments, and laid them upon 2 of his servants, and they bare them before him. And when he came to the tower, he took them from their hand and bestowed them in the house, and he let the men go, and they departed. But he went in and stood before his master, and Elisha said unto him, "Whence comest thou, Gehazi?"
Yeah.
So now he turned back to Elisha.
Yeah,
Elisha
yeah.
said, "What?" He said, "Where you came from?"
Yeah.
Right? And he said, "Thy servant went no whither." He lied.
He
said,
lied,
"I ain't
yeah.
going nowhere." I ain't doing that. I ain't going nowhere. Right? And he said unto him, "Went not mine heart?" And he said unto him, went not mine heart with thee when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee? Is it a time to receive money and to receive garments?
Yeah, because I didn't heal him to get carnal reward. See? So he wasn't sincere, man. And that's a lot of these false prophets today, man. Yeah.
And that's going to show how the men of the Lord, the prophets, are going to have the spirit of discernment, and also we're going to be able to read minds. We're going to just automatically know stuff. Like he didn't physically see him but he knew what he did.
He had
the Lord
spiritual
told
power,
him. He had
yeah.
spiritual powers. The Lord basically revealed it to him. That's how he automatically knew what Gehazi did. And it said, and olive yards and vineyards and sheep and oxen and men servants and maid servants, the leprosy therefore of Naaman shall cleave unto thee and unto thy seed forever. And he went out from the presence a leper as white as snow.
So he came out what? White as snow. See? So the leprosy that was on Naaman went on Gehazi and his seed forever. See? And that's the same thing with Aisha. That mark that he had, same thing as what? As Cain. A mark that he had, he went out leprous, white as snow. You see them today. See? That proves that through the scriptures. He stripped him of his.
They be interested until they see the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They look. Oh, the mark. Oh, okay, Marshall. Oh, snap. 12 tribes. America, we destroyed the white. The black. That's when they keep walking.
Yeah. See, so he got. So that goes with Aisha.
Yeah.
That's so he tried to marry the Canaanite woman, but it didn't matter. The Lord, that mark is on you. Why? Because that's judgment.
Yeah, on his seed. So,
Yeah.
And it's crazy how they use that argument. But guess what? Esau came out of Isaac and Rebecca, which
Two
was
people of color. Yeah.
Two people of color.
But you see that today, though. There's many examples of that today.
Many.
Two people of color make a baby that come out. They call it albino. Yeah.
Got it. That could be Gehazi's seed.
Yeah. Gehazi. Yeah. Even though they quote unquote Israelites, but back then he was a separate nation. But you ask, why did the Most High create?
I said like, why these other nations? Because certain people will argue, be like, oh, that's so cool, that's so brutal. Why would he even put these people on this earth for them just to not like be heavenly, be children of God? Like, why are they here? What is their purpose? Like, why are they here?
Well, we kind of answered that with Genesis 27, because they were created to what? To serve us.
So second or sixth chapter?
Yeah, second or 654. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that as well.
And remember, we read Jacob's blessing. All nations will have to bow to. And we were created also to be a light to the world.
See, in the kingdom of heaven, like, it's crazy how the only nation that's gonna be done away with, destroyed, is Esau, Aisha, Edomites. They're done. After 1,000 years, they're getting exterminated. All the other nations, they're gonna get their land back, and they're gonna want to rejoice in and being happy that we're ruling over them. We're not gonna be tyrants. We're not wicked. We're righteous people. So we rule over them. We're gonna teach them the laws, the dietary laws, the commandments, how to serve the Most High, and all that, how holy days. They got to do all this stuff. And like the blessed told Jacob, curse be everyone that curse you, but bless be everyone that bless you.
Yeah, like Balak and Balaam.
Khan. So, that perfect example. But say if in the kingdom of heaven, like the sister's dream she had, when we go to these different land masses, different lands, with the other nations, well, they're gonna be rejoicing because some may be nervous. Are they coming to condemn us or bless us? So if they're doing the right thing, we're gonna bless them. Bless their land, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? If say if there's like someone set up amongst these other nations, we're gonna set them up. But
so they coming back after 1,000 years.
No, they're gonna be the whole 1,000 years. They're gonna be working. They're gonna be working, building up the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
After Edomites, yeah.
So that's when they're gonna be catching OD hell, because we're gonna be on their ass. Because we got to purge out everything that like right now you got Moabites that worship Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Eat squids and octopus and all that stuff like that. You got Edomites that's moles, all type of stuff. You got Arabs that love, they worship Allah and all of this. And once our Lord come back, and elect with him, and we establish in the kingdom, we're gonna force them to throw all those idols away and serve. You gotta bow to Yahweh Shai, ultimately bow to the Most High Yahweh. You had to
read that.
So you tell me, so 1/3 that's gonna get caught up and beat up. Even people that believe in Buddhism gonna get beat up as well. Like even the Asians.
They like you can have Israelites amongst them, but those are gonna get beat up. Those that come out of that mindset, that repent.
So
and the ones that remain. Read Isaiah 66.
Yeah.
Some of them are gonna come and convert.
Yeah.
And also read it's different in the wilderness, Ezekiel 20. But what you got is a 2nd and 6.
Yeah. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 54. After these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Where's the Israelites? All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
That's the point. The world was created for us. Created the world for our sake, and we're gonna read Deuteronomy 28:1 after this. Right?
And it says, and as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
Liken unto spit. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that they're looking at these Asian people and stuff. So when they come in, since they're not getting beat up, when they come in, they're gonna be born into it again.
No, because look, when America's this land utterly destroyed. So any Moabite, Arab here, they're done for. But you're gonna have some in their land. Missiles be hitting all around the world, but you're gonna have some people that survive. Underground bunkers, or people that certain landmasses that don't really get hit by the missiles. Whatever the case may be, you're gonna have Israelites that don't get touched by the missiles, but they're gonna get purged out as soon as they get by the missiles.
Ezekiel 20, yeah.
Ezekiel 20, Isaiah 6:12. Basically, they're gonna be like the first. They're getting preserved to be slaves. Basically,
The whole point of getting beamed up is to get saved. When Yahweh Shai come back, the second death, the nuclear missiles. After we gonna come back down, and that's the kingdom of heaven, rulership.
Yeah.
Gather the nations, And that's it.
Isaiah 14 chapter says we're going to gather them and bring them to the land of Israel. You know, Isaiah 40, Psalm 149 says we're going to grab their king, the chains with fetters of iron.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to and we're going to have spiritual powers when we do this. We're not going to walk there. We're not going to take a boat there.
When
you
did
know?
the spiritual powers come? Before the missiles or after the missiles?
Before. And not only that, we even have it to some degree. Understanding this Bible, because like I said, 99% of people don't even understand the Bible.
Yo, for
Yo,
real,
no, some
bro,
spiritual
I
slack, yeah.
don't read the Bible.
Every time we mention,
They don't, and if they read it, they just think it's a story,
Yeah.
like a fucking like a movie or some shit.
And all of them pastors be looking at us. All of them now,
Every time we mention Esau, the Lord manifested. Now we just mention Moab. The Lord manifested. It's so, you know what I'm saying? You literally talk about the Moabites. But yeah, you got it. You got it.
Well, matter of fact, for Deuteronomy 28:1,
Come.
this is the point too, where the Lord told us.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it reads, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Yeah, they never taught us that.
I never learned that in
God
the
and
church.
everybody. The Lord didn't say that. He said, listen, if you listen to me, I'm going to set you on high above everybody.
I feel like that's another reason why I'm not really attracted to white females like that, bro. I had some white female I was fucking with in college, right? It's just like it's a certain scent. Like she had a scent to her. It's just unattractive. Like I don't know what it is. That shit is just unattractive, bro.
Yeah, a lot of them got that scent.
Yeah.
You know?
Verse 2 it says, and all these blessings shall come on thee, and shall overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power.
So, but of course, you know, we didn't listen to that. Read the second part, 15.
Wow. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And part of the curse of the captivity.
Yeah.
So it said, if you listen to me, I'm going to bless you above everybody. You're going to rule. You don't listen to me, I'm going to curse you. Right? And that's why when you read different scriptures, that's how we in America right now. When you read further on in the chapter, read verse 64, the whole chapter, from 15 on down.
And I want to read a scripture from in the same chapter, Deuteronomy 28. We mentioned about your pops. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the curses.
Yeah.
I seen that in the Bible when I was studying this shit with James Asasana. I was reading it further down. They were saying how they're gonna come after the fatherless children, the wives that's widowed, and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, I felt that shit. My mom is widowed, and I don't know my pops.
Yeah. I'm going to read it. Verse 54, then we jump down to 64. So verse 54, Deuteronomy 54 is one of the curses I'll place on the people. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, right? Because back then our people had that brotherly love for each other, you know what I'm saying? But it says this.
I was gangbanging now.
Yeah, but now it's gangbanging. And, you know, you walk around the wrong hood, they looking at you like, yo, where you from, you know?
Bro, most time people, the youth, bro, they just want to be part. They just want to be a gang on YouTube and have views, bro.
Yeah.
It's like they all just want the glory, the fame, the clout. That's all they care about.
We're still vanity, man. It's crazy how the beauty of this world is vanity. The fame of this world is vanity. You know what I'm saying?
We all seen that satanic Met Gala.
Oh, yo.
Just witches and
I watched your
warlocks.
video.
Just witches and
Lil
warlocks.
Nas X, I ain't gonna lie, I want the Lord to destroy that man.
Yeah,
This dude is done, man.
He got no
He gotta
soul.
go.
He got no soul
You know?
left.
No soul left, man.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I think he Asian. I wouldn't even be surprised if he's not gay, bro.
A lot of people say that.
They put him there just to homosexualize
A lot of you not. When he first came out, my first thought was not that he was Old Town Road. You know what I'm saying? He was in a studio looking like a regular chick. He was like this in a studio with Billy Ray Cyrus. The next thing you know, he out the closet. The next thing you know, he dressed like a gay cowboy. Now he out of here. So you know what they doing 70 behind closed doors? They popping him.
He don't got no talent anyway.
He do got no talent. He said you want to be real famous.
He's got to sell his
You know,
body.
sell your souls. You know, you got a pop ride. They do that. And
This nigga had a mechanical baby Frank Ocean. I was like, yo, this guy.
Mike Tyson actually exposed that shit. Him and Mike Tyson had an interview with Polo G. They were talking about people selling their souls in the music industry. Polo G confirmed it. He was like, yeah, it depends. He's like, they said it depends differently on the artist, on the dotted lines. It depends on what's above those dotted lines. But yeah, they sell their souls. They did ask confirm that shit. Polo G and fucking Mike Mike Tyson.
It's in the scriptures too. A covetous man. There's nothing wicked than a covetous man. Because when people he put his own soul to sell, because they covet the fame, they covet the women, they covet the mansion, they covet the cars, they covet all of that, the money, you know, and all that is
Yo,
vanity.
y'all heard about that river drying up?
Euphrates River, yeah.
Yeah, that river, that's in
Oh, yeah,
Revelation,
the Dead
right?
Sea.
Yeah.
No, Dead Sea turned red.
Nah, look, hold
The
on, let me
Euphrates
show you.
one's drying up. Yeah, I seen that one. Oh yeah, I think. Yeah, I seen that one. The Euphrates River.
Yeah, the Euphrates River.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, the Yashua
Revelation.
did lesson on it. I
Oh,
ain't
yeah,
even watched it
yeah.
yet.
Oh man, and the Dead Sea they said was red yesterday. Oh yeah,
The prophecy is popping off.
yeah.
You know?
And everybody, and you know what? Everybody going back to what? They think it's Christ or Christian and shit. Because they see it. They see prophecies kicking off, but they don't know. They don't know where to go.
And they not prepared at all. Christians, they're not prepared at all.
They're not.
Because they pastors are telling them to take vaccine. All they pastors up there take it, trust the government, trust science.
And you remember last year when the thing first kicked off, what happened?
People
All they churches shut down.
Remember, the guy came up to us.
Yep.
He said, when last your church? He said March. Saying it over, and he said, nah.
You see? So the Lord got his true prophets out here. You know, you're not gonna learn it inside that building, man. You know, people go inside that church. You don't go there. You go there, come out worse. You go in there, and you catch the Holy Spirit, which is demons. You know,
Yeah.
they
I always think that was weird as shit.
Yeah, how they screaming and shit.
I'm like,
They don't even know what the
That's not
spirit
real.
is.
They don't know what the spirit is, man.
Like all the scriptures we just went through, you don't learn a quarter of that in church.
You remember that lady? God, you know,
She was a clown, man. Yeah, she was a.
You know, then you had this other Northern Kingdom Jake. You know, Jesus Christ. You know, they bugged out.
And they all look at us, man.
Yeah, they all watch it.
Yeah,
They all watch the elders and apostles. They watch this.
David Lynn, they trying to steal breakdowns instead of coming through the straight gate. Yeah, they're
That's
trying
right.
to update Christianity.
Yeah, that's when now they calling on Yeshua, Yahweh.
Yeah, they calling on Yeshua and Yahweh all of a sudden. Or should we keep the Day of Atonement? What do you mean? You guys never kept no Day of Atonement, man.
And so it's crazy how growing up in Christianity, you know, that's a lot of the
You
brothers.
never kept no high holy day.
Never.
Yeah.
We kept Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I ain't learned nothing about the holidays in the Bible.
Yeah.
I never knew about Deuteronomy 28 chapter. They never registered. You know, when I went to the church, I go in there, they'll sing, they'll dance, they'll pass the
Pass
test
that
around.
bucket around.
You know, they go under the basement, eat pork and pork chops and stuff like that. I was a kid, I used to fall asleep in church.
Nah, me too, bro.
I was like, what the, I'm not
I
learning
can never
nothing.
get down. I can never get down with that shit.
You know, then once you come to this faith, now you're learning, you're like, yo, what are they won't teach me nothing in there. You go in there, you come out a demon. You got people, they say come as you are, that's nowhere in the Bible.
Nah, scripture says repent.
Repent.
Convert it.
Like our Lord told that, after he healed the man, I believe he couldn't walk.
In John 5, yeah.
And he told him, he said, sin no more, something worse gonna happen to you.
Words got to you, yeah.
You know, he said, repent, sin no more, something worse gonna happen to you, man. So that's telling me right now, we gotta repent and don't take our hand off the plow.
We follow the Ten Commandments and everything the scripture says.
To
Right?
the best of our ability.
There's
That's
ability.
right.
Some laws you can't keep.
Yeah.
Keep it to the best of our ability. That's what the Lord looking for anyway. Because the reason why we went into captivity is because we kept breaking the law.
Oh yeah, I want to read it very fast.
Yeah.
Watch this. Deuteronomy 20 and 54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So that's the first place in this. That's a common thing amongst our people, blacks and Hispanics, of fatherless households. You know, they will have a
Single parent.
single parent.
You saw what happened on social media like a few months back, where it was supposed to be like a whole bunch of black versus Spanish. Like they try to
They try to put us together,
They try to divide us, right? You saw that shit.
And I remember back then they used to do that to the so-called Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. They'd always try to make them go against each other, and they're brethren. You know,
It's so dumb, man.
they're so dumb.
You know? And when you read verse 64,
Verse 64. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even to the other.
and that's how we came on America. That's the point right there. It said, take you from one end of the earth, bring you to the other end.
So we from the east. You know what I'm saying? We from
Jerusalem.
over there, Jerusalem.
It tells you how the northern kingdom came here, 2nd Ezra 13.
Yeah, northern yes.
Question. I heard something about somebody when I was reading GMS about haircuts. You're not supposed to get haircuts.
Oh yeah, like line ups.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's against the law. You know, to line it up. You could cut, you could trim it, trim it, but you can't like really line it up. Scripture says you shall not mar the corners of thy beard and of thy head too. You know, so if you get a beard, you know, you grow to the best of your ability. You're not supposed to shave it. You know, get that 5 o'clock shadows. You know,
Even though you do see some brothers with it, but everything is in stages. It's not everything you keep all at once. You know what I'm saying?
You grow. So
Keeping it all.
Yeah, you new to the things. You're not gonna push you like on everything I want.
Yeah, like certain things
Bro, I
you
want to do shit.
pressure about. Like,
When I first came in, I was skeptical. I didn't know. Remember, I asked you. I remember this. I asked you. I was like, "What about like lineups?" And you
yeah,
said, "Well,
all brothers.
so
yeah,
you know,
some
you
brothers
said,
used to be, it's the thing I used to never say. Some brothers used to be lying to me like,
Yeah,
yo, those, yeah.
he told me straight up. He was like, well, you know, you got
Yeah.
some camps that say you can, some say you can't, you know, but it's all through the spirit, you know. And he
You
ain't
know,
really
see
say,
how people just you see how we like this religion actually teaches you to follow the commandments and follow the scriptures like how it says, right? People will look at it like less than not extreme, like nah, we gotta do that. This because look at the word today. What do you mean I can't get a line? I'm a bad bitch. Like that's mad extreme. Like that's mad. I don't gotta do that.
Yeah, it's in the law, Leviticus 19,
Yeah.
21:5. You
Yeah.
know, but like we said, we rehearse it the best. Technically, like even mixed fabrics is a sin,
yeah,
right?
having polyester and have
Polyester,
cotton and
cotton,
have other,
which is a
fabrics.
spiritual tone to that. 'Cause remember, the Lord said, you can't mix. Was it Luke the 5th chapter? Right? But obviously, we don't make our own code. That's where grace and mercy
That's
come in.
another curse.
Yeah, that's a
You know, we
curse.
should go to the enemy in one of
One of
all
all
things.
things.
You know. So we don't own the factories that make our clothing, you know. So with that, you know, the Lord have mercy. You know, the Lord, it's commandments of like, all right, put down the pork, shrimp, crab, lobster,
Yeah, that was easy.
easy. You know what I'm saying? No defiling your temple, no smoking weed, no cigarettes, no black
That's
dahlias.
dumb.
You know, put that
That was
down. You know, lineups, that's pretty easy too. I just going to the
Nah,
pub.
that's easy too.
You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to like mixed fabrics, you know, if you say you got a job, you know what I'm saying, but you got to work on the Sabbath day. You're not supposed to work on the Sabbath day. Are you
Yeah.
going to quit your job now? Now you can't pay right now. The Lord have mercy on
That's
us.
mercy,
So,
yeah.
there's certain things the Lord, you know, because at the end of the day, we're not under the law, we're under grace.
We're the grace.
You know, but we still
We're
curse
between
for
two
sex.
covenants. Yeah.
Bring it up.
Yeah, we're between two covenants, the old and the new.
That's right.
But just because, like Paul, the scripture said, don't use your grace as a cloak of maliciousness. That's what the Christian church do.
Yeah.
Because they know you under grace, so they say, oh, we can eat pork now. That the Lord never said that. That's
Never.
not what grace is for. Grace is for you to get your act together before the Lord come back. You know?
The Lord said in Isaiah 66 chapter that everyone under the midst of one tree eating swine's flesh, the mouse and abomination shall be consumed.
Mouse?
Together.
Yeah, like rats and all that.
Like Asians.
Yeah. You know, so people eating abominations, you know, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, and all of this other stuff. People that's eating those things, consuming those things, Lord can destroy them. They don't come out of that. You know, when the Lord come back, he won't be putting a lot of our people to death. You know, it said the slain of the Lord shall be many. You know, so right now we're in the grace to get our act together and try our best to keep the commandments. And ultimately the work we're doing is teaching the hopeful elect, edifying them, building them up, you know, sealing the elect through the words that we speak through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai. This is with the Lord, this is what pleases the Lord. Making our body living sacrifice. You know?
Yeah, I had fast for like 2 days. You know, it's crazy when you fast for mad long, bro. It's that you feel weak, right? But you kind of feel like almost like spiritually, like you feel like it's heightened. Like you just have, there's like a little feeling. It's just weird.
Yeah. And that was your first time ever fasting?
Yeah.
I mean,
that long, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a time where I used to fast, but it wasn't religiously. I was just doing it just to work out.
Okay, yeah.
Nice fasting, yeah.
Yeah, I sent you a video going to the benefits of fasting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a while back I did that.
Yeah.
What precept we had? I can't remember.
Luke 5.
Oh yeah, we talk about mixing spiritual tone to it. Was it 32 around in 20 something like that? We talk about new wine in old bottles, and there's another one.
I got you.
Yeah.
Verse 36, and it says, Luke 5 and 36, and he spake also a parable unto them, no man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old.
Yeah, and that also goes with the fabrics.
Yeah.
Right? And then spiritually, that also goes into a doctrine. See? Your head?
That's right.
Everything has to be pure. 100%. Your head?
If otherwise, then both the new maketh a rent, and the piece that was taken out of the new agreeth not with the old.
You don't match. And that's spiritually too, like we said about the mixed fabrics. You know what I mean? But like we said, this is where the Lord don't expect anybody to be perfect in the law, because Israel never kept the law perfect anyway.
That's why he sent his son.
Yeah, that's why he sent his son in the first place.
See? I read all them shit. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. But the scripture said, was it James 2:10? The scripture says the thought of foolishness is sin.
Yeah.
You've been thinking.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Your thoughts.
You've been
Can't
thinking.
control your thoughts.
You've been
That's
thinking.
the biggest battle, I think.
Yeah,
it is.
Yourself.
That's spiritual. I did a lesson on that a while back. The hardest battle takes place in the mind, because everything starts from your mind, then it plays out in the third dimension, it plays out in the physical realm. Like you gonna have a thought like, oh, I see this chick right here. I know she got a man, but she's so attractive.
Yeah.
That's